Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man walahu wa ba'du. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. There is no surah in the final revelation to humanity that is named after one of Allah's beautiful names other than Surah Ar-Rahmān. He says, Jalla fi'ula, Ar-Rahmān, introducing the surah with his name, subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is an undoubtedly unique name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that for a number of reasons. The first is what we mentioned. The second is that it is how he wished Banu Adam to know him by. He introduces himself 113 times out of 114 as Ar-Rahmān. It is also how he wished the earlier nations to know him by. إِنَّهُ مِن سُلَيْمَانَ وَإِنَّهُ بِسْمِ اللَّهِ الرَّحْمَنِ الرَّحِيمِ. Bilqis is quoted to have said, upon receiving the message of Sulaiman alayhi salam, إِنَّهُ مِن سُلَيْمَانَ, it is from Sulaiman and it is in the name of Allah, Ar-Rahmān, Ar-Rahim. It is also morphologically unique. Its linguistic setup is unique. There is no other name which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala named himself that we know of that has the same setup linguistically, and this has its implications in terms of meaning. Finally, and what concerns us most here, it is the only name which he Jalla fi'ula uses interchangeably with Allah, and this throughout the Qur'an. Now, if we are to know Allah truly as Ar-Rahmān, we necessarily must consider the virtue of Rahmah itself, and then appreciate how it applies to him in an absolute and perfected way. Rahmah has 5 pillars. The first is that there's a right owed from one party to another. The second is that the owing party refuses to give the right which it owes. The third pillar of Rahmah is that the owed party has complete power to forcefully take its right from the owing party. The fourth is that it chooses not to. And the fifth and final one is that it chooses not to do what it would mean for the owing party when it willingly gives that right back to its own accord, by its own choice. How does this apply to the Divine subhanahu wa ta'ala? First, there's a right owed from one party to another. We owe Allah everything, and this is literally, not metaphorically, absolutely everything we owe him. Secondly, that is refused. How often do we forget Allah? How often do we sin? How often do we disobey him? How often are we heedless of him, Jalla fi'ula? Third, there is absolute power by the owed party. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has perfected absolute power. He can do away with us completely, or at the very least he can replace us with a better creation that would adequately remember him and glorify him Jalla fi'ula, and would not be heedless of him. Number 4, he subhanahu wa ta'ala chooses not to destroy us. He lets us be. Why? Finally, just because of what it would mean for us, not for him. It makes no difference for him in terms of his nature. Neither is he increased by worship, nor is he decreased by forgetfulness. Yet he lets us be just because what it would mean for us and our human peak if we return to him by our own accord. ذَلِكَ الرَّحْمَنُ رَبُّكُمْ. This is Ar-Rahmān. And this is what it means to have absolute and utter rahmah, intrinsically, not as something which he gained by showing mercy. Rather, he is inherently Ar-Rahmān Jalla fi 'Ulāh. Wallahu a'lam. Wa sallallahu wa sallam ala nabiyyina Muhammadin